guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on and share some resources with you today that I found last night from a psychiatrist at Mayo Clinic about maintaining good mental health during challenging times. But real quick, if you're new to me, my name is Berta Lippert, and I'm a Mayo Clinic trained and board certified health and wellness specialist. And where I specialize is helping people institute change in their lives. So I use the science of happiness and behavior change to do that. So last night, the resources that I found and the information I want to share with you today was from Dr. Robert Bright. And again, he's a psychiatrist at Mayo Clinic. And the topic was surrounding maintaining good mental health during these challenging times that we find ourselves in right now. So just for reference, whenever, I'm not sure you'll be seeing this video, but we are deep into a pandemic right now. And what's encouraging is we do have the vaccine that's rolling out right now. But everything that everybody has experienced has definitely taken its toll. And the first thing that Dr. Bright talked about was just wanting you to know that what you're experiencing is normal. You know, if there's some feelings that obviously aren't typical and maybe you have this perception that you should have been able to respond in a certain way, but since we've been going at this for such a long time, you know, sometimes people just get absolutely exhausted, both physically and emotionally, and they definitely take their toll. So he shared some information that was really quick and easy, things that you can do, and it reminded me of a training that I deliver. My most popular, there's actually two, but one of them is stress. When people call me from a company and they want me to come out and speak to their employees, that's a really popular topic. And one of the things I always share when I'm teaching that module is that, you guys, when we're under stress, we typically tend to do exactly the opposite of what it is that our body and our mind needs us to do the most during that time. You know, we don't sleep very well, we may not be eating, you know, sometimes people stop taking their medications, exercise is out the window, they might reach for alcohol, things like that. They're just the exact opposite of what we need. And Dr. Bright was sharing some really basic things that just have to be a little bit more intentional when we're feeling a little bit more exhausted and kind of defeated over all of these things that we've been experiencing. So he shared really simple things like making sure that you have adequate rest. And again, you might have to be more intentional and try some new things if you're having trouble sleeping. He talked about eating well and making sure that your body gets the nutrition that it needs. You know, exercise, that's one of the best, you know, free, seriously underutilized stress relievers that we have available. He also talked about getting outside and experiencing, you know, just a little bit of sunshine. And I live here in Minnesota. It is January, it is freezing, but we still have the opportunity to do that, and how helpful that can be when we're feeling certain things. He also talked about reaching out to people, you know, saying, hey, don't withdraw, but try to reach out and get support, and that it's okay to do that. And these other people are probably experiencing some similar feelings. He talked about the power of journaling and get those emotions out and kind of express what you're feeling on the paper. So there are some really basic things that you can do to kind of turn this around if you might be in a situation where you're just, you know, not really feeling or responding the way that you would like to. One tool that he shared that I share a lot with, in fact, I'm going to link this video. My most popular video on YouTube is about quieting your mind and how to do that when you're trying to sleep. One of the tools I share with that was the exact same tool Dr. Bright shared here, was the tool of distraction. So distraction is something that you can do to kind of take your mind off of the way that you might be feeling. So he shared, you know, reading a book, or, you know, pick that movie that you know that you love. We all have that movie that we watch over and over because we know that it makes us feel good. Listen to music that you know that makes you really feel good and kind of changes the mood that you're in. Things like that. So use the tool of distraction. But he also shared about things not to do. What he was talking about was like limiting your exposure to negativity. You know, whether that is via social media, a toxic person in your life, whatever that may be. So some things that you want to do to try to help, you know, create this good mental health, but also things that you want to avoid and kind of limit. You know, maybe I talked about maybe overusing alcohol that some people do under stress, or spending, or whatever it is for that kind of temporary fix, and make sure that you're gravitating towards vehicles that are healthy to use during these times. So basically what he said is, you know, kind of just distill all this down into controlling what you can control, since so much of this that we're experiencing is outside of our control. So really good tips and tools and really super easy things that we can do that aren't overwhelming when you're already feeling overwhelmed. So again, what I'm going to do is I'll put a link to Dr. Bright's information down in the description box below, which also has more resources on their website for kind of, you know, similar topics like this. But I also just wanted to share really quick something that you can do. We just talked about several things Dr. Bright was mentioning that we can focus on to maintain good mental health. Just make a list of these. And a tool that I use with my clients a lot is we'll just brainstorm. What are some ways that you can do this? Or what are some ways, when you get in this situation that you can respond instead of reacting in a way that's not helpful. So it can be really helpful ahead of time to kind of think of ways that you can maintain good mental health, or kind of change and get yourself in a more helpful, positive state. And make a list of those things, keep them on your phone so that you can access them anytime that you want to, really quick and easy. Guys, I wanted to close out the video with this message for you, and that is the resources that I shared in this video are great, and they are effective, and they can be very timely, but I know sometimes they're not enough. I know sometimes there are people that are really struggling with maintaining good mental health, and I want you to know that there are a lot of people out there, professionals that are equipped to be able to help you, like Dr. Bright and his team at Mayo Clinic or whoever they may be for you locally, and that there's absolutely no shame at all with seeking out those resources instead of going at it alone if you're trying things like this and they're just not working for you. Thank you for allowing me to share this information with you here today. If you found this helpful and you like content like this, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure you head on over to my website at Berta.Lippert.com. I have a ton of free resources there to help out, as well as information on my paid program. If you're interested in working with me or having me help your company, I would be happy to do so. So thanks again, and I will see you next time.